Did we literally just get an announcement for a John Wick anime by Shinichiro Watanabe? Wow. Wow. Shinichiro Watanabe is back, folks. For those who don't know who that is, I don't know why you wouldn't know who that is, but yes, the original director and creator of Cowboy Bebop is back in anime. I think the last time he's been like truly involved in something is probably Carol and Tuesday, Terror Resonance before then. Like, this guy is all over the place. But yes, he's finally back in anime, and my gosh, this announcement just has me extremely excited for multiple reasons. But yes, Adult Swim has announced they have greenlit an anime with legendary director Shinichiro Watanabe. This new series is called Lazarus. Again, for those who don't know, Shinichiro Watanabe is a very famous director and creator of different anime franchises like Carol and Tuesday, Terror and Resonance, Space Dandy, Kids on the Slope, Samurai Champloo, and yes, Cowboy Bebop. Their press release says Adult Swim is currently in production with acclaimed director Shinichiro Watanabe for a new toonami original anime series, Lazarus. Celebrated for his influential body of work that includes Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Kids on the Slope, Lazarus marks Watanabe's return to the sci-fi action genre with a globe-trotting thriller set in the near future. Now, if that didn't get you excited enough, if that wasn't enough to have him coming back to anime, it will be animated by Studio MAPPA. Yes, MAPPA, the one that everybody is freaking out about. Everything they produce, everything they touch right now is absolute gold, which, yes, I mostly agree. Maybe not always in story, but yes, you can't deny their animation is absolutely fantastic. And if you want Watanabe to work on something, you gotta make sure that you animate it good, especially if we're gonna go into what feels like something that's similar to Cowboy Bebop. You can't deny those fight scenes in Cowboy Bebop were fantastic. Lazarus will feature high-octane action with sequences meticulously designed by Chad Stahelski, which, for those who don't know who that is the stuntman and director of John Wick film franchise. Again, my hype levels keep going up. Shinichiro Watanabe, MAPPA, and now this guy. For those that have been following me for a while, they know that I don't really watch much Western stuff anymore. I don't feel anything whenever I watch a movie from the West, especially out of Hollywood. But there is one franchise that I really like, that it entertains me so much, and that is John Wick. I love John Wick. Despite all of my hatred for most everything out of the Hollywood, I love John Wick. The fight scenes and action scenes are so creative. Just go watch a YouTube video of Chad doing analysis of a certain fight scene. He just has so much thought to put in every single frame. This guy knows how to put together action. And Cowboy Bebop was already fantastic enough as it is with its action scenes, and now to have him on board and them working together just sounds so incredibly amazing. And I think it is important to note the idea of the two of these working together, and they sort of kind of emphasize that in this press release. It's not that Chad's going to be animating fight scenes. It's that he's going to be working alongside Watanabe to make sure they fit into the animated format. They go on saying, additionally, as many are familiar with Watanabe's works, Lazarus will also feature a captivating score by a collection of renowned jazz and electronic artists, including jazz saxophonist Kamasi Washington, producer, DJ, and musician Floating Points, and producer, DJ, and musician Bonobo. Now, that's probably the only area where I'm just completely unknown. So for all the jazz fans out there, you're probably going, squee about this or that. I don't know who these people are. So it is kind of the one and only myth of this whole situation, is not having a lot of the people working from Cowboy Bebop working on this, but I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. If they're chosen by Shinichiro Watanabe, I'm sure they're fantastic, and I cannot wait to see what they produce. Shinichiro Watanabe is quoted saying, "As I embark on this creative journey, I can't help but feel this project will serve as a culmination of my career so far. I hope you'll enjoy it." I hope so too. Again, everything that I have watched of his work is brilliant. So I cannot see this being failure. I think the only thing here recently that he worked on that didn't seem to go well was Blade Runner Blackout 2022, but I never watched that, so. Jason DeMarco, SVP, head of anime and action series at Adult Swim, said, "Shinichiro Watanabe is simply one of the greatest living artists, and it's a dream come true to be able to collaborate with him on a new original series. Like all of his other works, Lazarus is packed with big ideas, incredible characters, and a ton of heart. We can't wait for anime fans to see this world." Now, yes, the big concern comes from the fact that Adult Swim is working on or co-producing it, and that kind of creates a lot of fears for a lot of people. There has been some recent projects have taken a long time to get on its feet, but they are sort of stating in this press release that it's in works. They state fans attending the Adult Swim Festival in San Diego this year will be able to hear from Watanabe himself at the Toonami on the Green event, July 22nd at 5:15 p.m. Pacific Time. Fans will get a first look at Lazarus alongside the forthcoming Toonami original series. So it does look like they actually have something produced here. So with Watanabe and MAPPA working on this project, I don't think they're going to be dragging their feet here. But they could. So what is this about? We got a synopsis. The year is 2052, an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity prevails across the globe. The reason for this, mankind has been freed from sickness and pain. Nobel Prize-winning neuroscientist Dr. Skinner has developed a miracle cure-all drug with no apparent drawbacks called Hapuna. Hapuna soon becomes ubiquitous and essential. However, soon after Hapuna is officially introduced, Dr. Skinner vanishes. That's a bad sign, don't take that. 3 years later, the world is moving on, but Dr. Skinner has returned, this time as a harbinger of doom. Skinner announces that Hapuna has a short half-life. Everyone who has taken it will die approximately 3 years later. Death is coming for a sinful world, and coming soon. As a response to this threat, a special task force of 5 agents is gathering from across the world to save humanity from Skinner's plan. The group is called Lazarus. Can they find Skinner and develop a vaccine before time runs out? I mean, it's not like the most engaging concept here, but at the same time, I really trust there's going to be so much more to this than just that. Now, there, of course, is the fear that Shinichiro Watanabe is kind of past his prime, like he's not able to be that creative anymore. Did a lot of great things here, but eventually you kind of fall off the wagon, but I think he's been buying his time. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those projects that's sort of a, like he says, a culmination of what he's sort of put together. There's these ideas that all kind of work. Let's kind of put it into one little package here. And I'm really curious as to who made the call to get Chad on board. Is it one of those aspects that we want to make something that has a lot of action scenes? I mean, with like Cowboy Bebop and stuff, they had like at least one segment of a fight scene or something like that every single episode. They always had to have that action set piece that where the music ramps up and things get crazy. And I'm wondering who said, man, we're gonna have all these cool fight scenes. Let's get him on board. Let's get Chad on board. I really want to know who made that call, because it sort of is telling as to what they sort of want to do here. Is there going to be a lot of shootouts and stuff that really requires that sort of a set piece to be put into each of the episodes, or these combat sequences that could really use his flavor? Is Watanabe a John Wick fan? That makes me wonder if he's a massive John Wick fan. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything of him mentioning John Wick, but again, this just seems like a very, very fascinating kind of bring together that just oozes talent. This sounds so incredible. I just cannot wait for this. Definitely a big, massive surprise for me. I hope it gets on its feet very quickly and it's produced. They're kind of, like I said before, they're kind of indicating this is already in production, so this isn't something that's just greenlit. It's going to take 5 years for it to even start. So definitely looking forward to this. I'll keep my eye out for, hopefully they release a trailer Saturday alongside the debut at this whole event. I will definitely be checking it out. I'll let you guys know if something jumps out at me that I need to make a video on. I'll definitely make a video on it. I'll be keeping an eye on this project for sure. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below. Is this exciting for you guys? I know it's exciting for me. Like I said, massive Shinichiro Watanabe fan, massive John Wick fan, massive fan of MAPPA's animation. Everything coming together. It sounds amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button so you get my content. I do news, reviews, first impressions, top list if it's anime is pretty much here. Just if you want to support the channel more, I have a Patreon link, tips link, super thanks, membership button down below. Greatly appreciate everybody it does, and y'all take care.